The Russian Defense Ministry presented updated figures on Ukraine's losses since the beginning of what Moscow calls the special military operation. According to official data, Ukraine has lost 668 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 95,376 unmanned aerial vehicles, 635 anti-aircraft missile systems, 25 Sat-89 tanks and armored vehicles, 1,609 MLRS combat vehicles, 31,134 field artillery guns and mortars, and 46,064 support military vehicles. President Volodymyr Zelensky, in an urgent address, described the situation in Pokrovsk as extremely difficult, urging Western allies to expedite military aid. Every delay costs lives, he warned, emphasizing that Russia's offensive shows no signs of slowing as its troops push deeper into Ukrainian defenses.
Well, the situation is difficult. The enemy began assault operations on the 5th November and has continued conducting assaults since the 5th using armored vehicles. They have lost equipment, but the enemy's #1 goal is to occupy Pokrovsk as quickly as possible. That goal remains. You can tell from the number of assaults. There were 220 attacks on Pokrovsk over 3 days. In the city itself, inside the town, according to our data, according to the military, there are 314 Russians. As for the formation on the outskirts pressing in this direction, you know that it is very large.
Frontline reports describe chaotic gray zones, where control shifts hourly, with both sides relying heavily on drones for surveillance and strikes. Ukrainian officials say supply routes into Pokrovsk are under severe pressure as Russian units advance from multiple directions. Russia's Ministry of Defense claimed tactical success in the Pokrovsk and Myrnohrad sectors, asserting that several Ukrainian positions were liberated. Moscow released footage purporting to show Russian artillery eliminating Ukrainian strongholds on the city's edge. Kyiv, however, disputed Moscow's claims, saying its forces continue to hold defensive lines and inflict significant damage on Russian troops. Independent verification of the figures remains impossible due to ongoing combat and restricted access. Analysts warn that the fate of Pokrovsk could reshape the balance in eastern Ukraine. If Russian forces consolidate gains here, it could pave the way for deeper advances toward Dnipro, a move that would mark a major strategic setback for Kyiv heading into winter.